This question comes from literally everyone on the internet, because at some point, we've all wondered, what would happen if every single person on Earth jumped at the exact same time? Now first, let's be clear. When we say everyone, we mean all 8 billion people currently alive. Bobbies, bodybuilders, bankers, baristas, everyone. And when we say at the same time, we mean synchronized to the millisecond. So we'll assume someone invented a universal jump app that simultaneously sends a vibrating buzz to everyone's left thigh, and on the count of 3, 1, 2, jump. But to jump, you first have to gather. So let's assume, through some truly miraculous event, we teleport everyone into one giant flat piece of land. Something like a custom-built, indestructible mega-platform the size of Rhode Island. Everyone's standing shoulder to shoulder. There's barely enough room to sneeze, let alone stretch. Now we jump. So what happens? Well, not much, at least not the kind of global cataclysm you're probably imagining. Despite all the hype, the Earth doesn't crack open. There are no tsunamis, no mountains fall. Why? Because physics is a real buzzkill. Let's do some quick napkin math. The average human weighs about 62 kilograms. Multiply that by 8 billion people and you get roughly 500 million tons of jumping mass. Which sounds impressive until you realize the Earth itself weighs over 6 sextillion tons. That's 6 followed by 21 zeros. Meaning, to Earth, all of humanity weighs less than a crumb on a dinner plate. A sneeze in a hurricane, an emotional breakdown in space. Still, when everyone lands, their collective impact does make a sound. A big one. Estimates say the combined thud could rival a small earthquake, maybe around magnitude 4 or 5 on the Richter scale. Enough to rattle windows, not enough to destroy cities. Somewhere a car alarm goes off. Somewhere else a confused pigeon tips over and rethinks its life. But let's go deeper. Because while the Earth doesn't budge, we do push against it. Remember Newton's third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. When we all push down, the Earth pushes back up by about the width of an atom, then immediately settles. So yes, in a poetic sense, we do move the world, just not enough to impress your physics teacher. Now here, where things get weird. Let's rewind. Instead of placing everyone on a giant island, what if we didn't move them at all? What if every person on Earth just jumped wherever they were, on sidewalks, in jungles, on cruise ships, in elevators, on trampolines, or, unfortunately, while riding a motorcycle? Well, in that case, we wouldn't even notice. The noise would be muffled. The shock waves would cancel each other out. One guy in Texas might feel a jolt and blame it on too much chili. A woman in Tokyo might think it's her cat again. But overall, meh. But what about the social effects? You see, organizing every single human being to do one thing at the same time would be unprecedented, historically impossible, religiously terrifying, politically messy. Someone would start a cult, others would start a counter-cult. Social media would explode with World Jump Challenge. There be drama, memes, think pieces titled Why I Refuse to Jump. One guy would time his proposal to coincide with the jump. Another would live stream it from the top of a Ferris wheel. A conspiracy theorist would claim it shifted the Earth's axis by 4 degrees. It didn't, but don't try telling him that. Meanwhile, scientists would go wild. Engineers would write entire dissertations on synchronized compression. Governments would declare the day a global holiday, Jump Day. People would wear matching socks. The Pope might say a prayer. Elon Musk would try to monetize it. And maybe, just maybe, someone watching all this would feel something strange. Not in the ground, but in their chest. A flicker of what it might mean for all of us to move together, even just for a moment. Not for war, not for profit, just to feel connected. Because while the Earth didn't shake, maybe something else did. You